Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling Gamescast. I'm your host Chris Pierce, joined by my co-host, the low guard himself, Ernest Gonzalez. Ernest, how you doing, bud?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Aside from I just broke my favorite coffee mug. It's
Minutes
like
ago.
the saddest thing. It's
I'm
the
sorry,
saddest
buddy.
thing. But there's a lot of good things in life right now. We
Yeah.
got the Bunny Bowl coming up on Sunday. We got the Muppets back, baby. We got Overwatch being redone. We're
Yeah.
hopping back into that.
We
There's
just
a
have a
lot of
video
good
on that
things
out.
in
Go
life.
check that out.
So I can't complain too much,
Hey
man. I'm
man, hey
doing
man.
pretty well. Doing pretty
Uh,
well.
Today is February 5th of 2026. Today, for our Gamescast, we're doing our first actual game review of the year. And what we were reviewing is Highguard. We did want to spend a good bit of time on it. We've been on it for a week since launch. Um, we've already had one update come out for it. I say update like it's yeah, it's an update. They added 5v5. We did try that out, like one game, and then they have another update coming out. Literally, the day this episode will come out, well, there will be a new episode, a new update with a new character and a new map. So it sounds like it's getting all the support we could want to see at this time. But we're gonna go over the game as it is now, what we've played, the time we've spent on it. Me and Ernest have played this together. I have played a decent bit solo, but the majority of my gaming has been with Ernest here and then our disgraced friend Justin. Um, so we're gonna get into
He's
our
the
thoughts
worst.
on the. But before I do that, because you touched on it, and I just wanted to go because I didn't realize this. So Muppets, we both watched the Muppets, and we're not doing a review of the Muppets or anything. Go watch it; it's awesome.
Maybe we should.
It's the
Maybe
bit of
we should.
serotonin you could want. But what I didn't realize is it's not a full series. What we have is what we have. Because they haven't
Yeah,
greenlit a full season yet.
man, I can only hope that it does. I mean, and everything that I see on it is so positive,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and
Right, right,
stuff
right.
like this. Like, it's all over my feed right now, and maybe
Right.
that's just because they know that I love Muppets, and that's my algorithm right now. But like, I've been a Muppet fan since I was a small child, and it's never let up. They've
That's right.
never let me down, and I only want more, especially Seth Rogen. Like we were talking about it earlier, like there was a time when it was cool to just hate on Seth
Mhm.
Rogen and everybody was doing
Green
that. I've
Hornet's
always been
rough,
a
but
big
yeah.
fan,
Yeah.
right? I've always been a big fan of his though. And like ever since he started taking the reins of this show or that show as a producer,
Big
executive
Invincible
producer,
fans.
whatever's going on, it's like he doesn't miss, man. Like I mean, the
Right.
boys and you name it, and he's
I forgot
killing
he's
it.
part of the boys as well.
Um, yeah, man, the
Yeah.
boys and what is it? Ninja Turtles, the new Ninja
Right.
Turtles, the animated stuff is so dope.
Mhm.
I he's coming from the place of a fan,
Yep.
and you can see that with the Muppet stuff as well. Like that, let's do more, please,
Absolutely.
please.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because yeah, it's very positive. And the reason I really did want to, since I realized like, hey, there's only one like it's its own little event right now. We've done the our part, meme aside, where we watched it day one. We did watch it the day it came out. The next part of it is just saying, hey, let's talk about the Muppets for a second here. Go watch it. We definitely recommend it. It's just a bit like that. So I made a post earlier today talking about how the world is just the world's on fire. I mean, it just seems like the fire keeps spreading. And but the positive thing is we exist at a time that a show like Shrinking, and a show like The Muppets exist at the same time because they're both just beautiful drops of serotonin. Shrinking being a show who's made by the creator of Ted Lasso, another positive series that is
right.
just really, really good.
We're
And
getting that
yeah,
back this year too.
right,
So,
right, right, right. But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
get your positivity where you can, man. And again, definitely recommend Muppets. It's not, and I don't think it ever has been, other than Muppet Babies. It's not for kids. It's not just for kids. It's something everybody can
Right.
enjoy. Because yeah, some of those, like I don't think many kids are going to be laughing at Gonzo just listing off the Best Actress
Yeah.
nominations.
Yeah, best supporting actresses
Yeah,
winners throughout the years and stuff. Yeah,
but it's
dude,
great.
so good.
It's a banger. Go check that out. But back to the gaming side of things, man. We're gonna get into Highguard. We were looking forward to this. We do have our trailer reaction to this. Obviously, Ernest was a bit higher on it from the trailer than I was, but there was no hate regardless. And then there's been some back and forth. Apparently, there was a little bit of a quote unquote rough launch. Everything has that, but I mean, there were some performance issues. We did not experience that. For the
No.
most part, we've had a couple of things where we might be getting stuck in rocks, but
Oh
outside
yeah.
of that,
Yeah.
but other than that, for the most part, the only other point of like contention is like they were planned to shadow drop this like just like Apex Legends did. It's not the full team that worked on Apex Legends, but these are devs that did work on that. And now they have their own studio. This is their first game, stuff like that. Uh, and Jeff saw it and was like, "No, man, let me show this at the Game Awards." We're big fans of Jeff. This isn't going to be a smear campaign of Jeff here, all right?
Yeah.
Uh, and honestly, because as of right now, there's a point to be made on both sides, whether we should have just not put it at the Game Awards or it's fine to have it there. We're really not going to know until like a year from now. We got to see how it plays out with like most of these things. Um, but we're going to get into our thoughts on it, our time with it, our experience with it, because you should absolutely not listen to the point of view of somebody who has not touched the game or somebody who's like played one match. Granted, if you play one match, sometimes you just know. Sometimes you're like, this isn't
Yeah.
for me. And if you hear somebody say that, valid. This is different. This is not your normal hero shooter, 100%. Um, but I guarantee the majority of the people that played this for 10 minutes and left a negative review are not saying, this isn't for me. They're saying, they're just leaving
No,
a,
they're saying this game sucks and
right,
stuff like that.
right, right,
Like
right.
I don't know how far into, I gave it a couple, like a good 6, 7 hours maybe into altars recently.
Right.
And I don't feel qualified to review that game.
That's
I
fair.
like I can only say that it's not for me. Like it's
Right,
very obviously good
right,
too. Like it's just that gameplay like is not my thing.
right.
And story awesome, all this stuff. I can say small things like this. I can say I like this, I didn't like this part,
Hmm.
stuff like that. But to just say like, oh, this game is garbage, that's a garbage take.
That is a
You know?
garbage take,
Yeah.
100%. And I'm glad you didn't decide to alter your take on it. I'm
No,
so
thank
sorry.
goodness. I have a review on you coming out this
Oh
weekend, and it's
no!
terrible.
Oh,
It's
man.
terrible. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
Seems so many hours into me. Lol. Um, but just because this is going to be coming out the same day as the patch note, the next update called the episode 2 update. Just to make it clear, there's going to be a new hero launching. He is a new not retcon, recon hero. His name is Econ. Oh my gosh, Ekon. He is going to be able to send out essentially like phantom wolves that if they hit the target, if that person is taking damage, we're able to see them. It's going to track them for us. His ult is to become a big wolf and kind of do the same thing, but he impacts it on everything around him. Again, they have to take the damage to be able to see it, so we got to see like how that's going to be implemented. But I'm a big fan of recon heroes. We're going to talk about my recon girl here and what I love and don't love about her. So we're gonna get into it. But just wanted to put that there because there's also going to be a. I'm pretty sure with this comp is launching with this episode 2 because they have all the details about comp there. So we will not have touched that for this review, as well as a new map. The new things that are available for us is the 5v5. That's like the newest thing we got. And then there's another new map. I forgot what it's called that launched with that, but if they're in the same patch notes, we played that here. Now, it's time. Let's talk about some Highguard. It's time to talk about our time with it. We've a good bit of hours into it, good bit of trophies on that motherfucker, and we got to see what we think about it here. Ernest, I want a review score from you. Give me what your thoughts are for Highguard.
All right. So off the bat, I'm going to say this is a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
I think that it's good. I think it's a good game. It's not a great game. I think it has a ways to go before we get up to those kinds of scores where we're talking about something great. But
Hmm.
as far as the beginnings of it, I do think it's decent, man. I have a good time playing this with my friends, and maybe part of that is that we have a 3-man team. Like
Yeah,
it's perfect. And one
100%.
of the things that I see out there, people talking about and stuff, is that like this needs to be more players. So when did we start doing 3-man teams? This is terrible. But that comes from people that have like four friends that play together or
Hmm.
stuff like that. 5 friends that like to play together. And I understand how that's a problem for you, but there's never going to be a perfect amount on a team.
Right.
For us, 3 works out perfectly.
Aces.
So yeah, that really helps. The other thing that I've seen too, and I'm saying this as a positive, like people were asking for the 5v5 over and over and over again. It's
Mhm.
awesome to see that the devs are listening.
Mhm.
Like they're keeping their ear to the ground, they're making changes, they're pivoting, stuff like this, and giving the people what they want. And getting in there, trying that 5v5, because it is a large map.
Mhm.
But after playing the 5v5 and seeing how much you have to share loot, seeing once the battles go down, how just it's awesome that it's a lot of action and stuff like that. But it's too much for what they have in there. They would
Yeah.
have to make it even bigger for me to enjoy that. I feel like 3v3 on that size map, it's supposed to be big like that. It's supposed to be spacious, and that's why the mounts are there.
Right.
Like
100%.
it's
100%.
it works out really well. So the way that the maps are laid out, the way that the rounds go through, like the actual process of the game and the way that things take place, I'm a fan of.
Mhm.
I love that there's you start off, you have your I forget the beginning phase and what it's called, but you're like armoring up your base. You're
Oh yeah.
reinforcing,
It's like
and
fortifying.
then right, fortifying, and then you're going out of your dome, you're going out there, you have your looting phase, and
Gear
then
up.
they're like, okay, time to go for that shield
Yeah.
breaker. Go out there, it's going to be a big fight if you didn't already, like, want to run across one or two people just by accident, and then the process of going back and forth, like it's also unique to
Mhm.
everything that I've played before, honestly. Like when they said that it's a different kind of hero shooter, like something that you've never seen before, and everybody just immediately started hating on that, by the way. They were absolutely right. I haven't played a game like this,
Yeah.
and I love to see that we are able to do new things in a genre where we think we've seen everything.
Right.
We haven't. We haven't. There is still innovation to be had, and this is a prime example of
Yeah.
that. Once again, don't think it's perfect. I do think we have a ways to go, but I enjoy it, man. The guns feel good. The
Mhm.
mounts feel awesome. The traversal and stuff. Like I love hopping on, like riding up with your mount, hopping on a zip line, like straight from the mount, and then coming off the
Right
other
back
side
onto
and
the mount.
hopping
Yeah.
back on the
Yeah.
mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
dude.
smooth.
It's
It's
awesome
smooth.
that you're just like shooting at people all the way through. You
Yeah.
hop off it and have a battle and stuff like this. And just those intense moments, man, when you like, it's down, like each team has 5 health left
Right.
and you don't know like what's going to, it all comes down to this last battle. There are those like really intense, just fun moments, especially when you win. And those frustrating moments too, like, oh, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, oh man, like the other day we were each pointing out, like, oh, we did this wrong, we did that wrong,
Right.
we did this wrong, we could do this better, and we have improved things like this. So we have room to improve as
Oh,
well.
for sure. But don't get us
But
stuck in
yeah, man,
rocks,
there's
man.
right,
Don't do that.
right. We have run into just like a few minor bugs,
Mm.
and that was one of the things. Like I forget how I got there. I think I like hopped off of my mount by a rock and I ended up
Right.
inside of it and I can't get out of it. But luckily they have like a teleport to
And you can,
base
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
function. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, the strategies in here, like you do have to think of new ones because
Mm.
it is such a unique game that we haven't played anything like before. And I love it for that. I love it for that. If even if this does not succeed, like overall in the
Mm.
future or anything like that, because people are going to play this game or that game or whatever. Like I love that we had this experience and got something different at least for a while.
That's fair. I will say
But
I'm a little
I do
surprised.
hope it succeeds though.
Right. Again, we say it all the
Yeah.
time. We're always rooting for the game. The effort
Yeah.
goes in there, the heart goes in there. They're obviously supporting it. It's very exciting that like because like first we knew the Overwatch cycle, right? Like it was like every other season, which is like 3 months or so, you would either get a new hero or a new map, and then sometimes you they spread that out even further and whatnot. But then you get Marvel Rivals come along, and dear God, it's a new character. It's two new characters
Dear
every
God.
season. Dear God. And yeah, they have kept up with that cadence, which is honestly insane. They've been going for over a year now, so respect to that. But like we usually get like you know the time it's going to happen. It's usually going to be on a Tuesday where you get your reroll of like all your dailies and stuff like that. And this does
Right.
have that, but like these updates are coming out like the big updates, like where we added the 5v5, where we're adding a new character, are just coming when they're ready. Because tomorrow's Friday. Well, when this episode airs, it's going to be a Friday, and they're going to
Yeah.
release a new character with comp. Like, okay. And honestly, I think that's very refreshing. Because I totally get it, dude. Like, and I say I get it, I don't, but I do. Just because it seems like developing a game sounds like a monumentous thing to me. Um,
Right. Yeah.
and having those set days that you know, like, okay, we got to have this done by this here. I see the benefit of that. Like, okay, you have your time to do it. But also, this is their first game. At least to our knowledge, there's nothing else being worked on. I'm sure there is, but like, this is their primary focus right now. They're not working on like 18 different things that we know of are coming down the pipeline. They're trying to get themselves known. This is gonna be this is their flagship title. This is going to be what we know this studio for. And I think so far, granted, very early in, but so far, so good. It's so easy to be skeptical, and especially for me, which is why I'm a little surprised. Because I've known my score for a while, and granted, it's only a little bit higher than yours, because I'm going 7.5. Because I think this is more than a good game. I think it's a very good game. And it is short of great, but I see the road to greatness like ahead.
It's on the horizon.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on the
Yeah.
horizon. Um, then we're gonna definitely talk about things that we would like to see adjusted, and whatnot here. But like we're already getting a new character just kind of out of the blue. I'm really happy it's a recon character. That's like a specific thing for me. Like in Apex, I love playing Bloodhound. Because dude, just knowing where the enemy is so beneficial, like so beneficial. It's hard not to have that. Because you notice when you don't have that, when the person who usually plays the recon character decides to play something else, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
nothing's being highlighted for me right now. Um, and especially with something like this, because it is a little more tactical. Okay, I say a little more. It's tactical. I'll just say tactical, because like when you're playing Overwatch, it's still very tactical. You got to have the characters that like, oh, this person counters this person counters this. They have
Yeah.
high ground,
The
I
right
have low
comps
ground.
and stuff like that.
Right,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then the map knowledge adds a whole new thing to that, which I mean, we're all getting used to in this brand new game. But that's all there, is what I'm trying to say. And I do think they've implemented that very well. Now, in terms of things I want to see improved, the whole game. No, I'm just kidding. But for sure, gunplay is great. I do think it's very good. The looting system is interesting. Like we had Justin talking to us, it was either yesterday or another day, where he was talking about kind of eliminating the go out and explore phase. And I do think that would be a disservice.
Yeah. The looting phase. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, because that would be that's part of what's going on here. Now, I do think you either put more loot or you mark some of it so people can like for sure know they're going towards something. But I would kind of like the more loot route just because it's not an open world game, right? Like you're on your map, you're free to explore it, whatnot. But like I would like to feel a little more sense of adventure when, at least in that first part. Because it sucks if you go one way and like there's map. Like you're not running off the edge, you're just going down. Like this is pretty, this is nice. You don't find a single chest. You barely find crystals.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. And the other thing is like to avoid that, sometimes you end up having to go the same route as your teammate, and then you're kind of taking the loot from them. Like,
Like
and it
you
just
having to share. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And it
And
gets
like,
tough.
there's nothing wrong with sharing, but at the same time, if you just add more loot, I think you're gonna kind of get around that. Now, my recon character, her name is Condor. I love her L1. Her L1's great. If they move, they have a 3 second counter, and if they move it like at the end of that, it's literally like red light. If they move, they get scanned, and I think that's great. I think that's definitely interesting. Um, her ult though, her fucking ult is so like wonky. Because you switch to the perspective of her bird. Her bird shoots down these three balls of air, and if they walk into the balls, the enemy, they're scanned, and that's great. Lol, balls. Um, but the thing is, the way the bird handles is awful. It is so bad. If you end up being in a building summoning that thing, it's a
Ah,
lose. It's over. You're gone. And it's kind of the same. And I think it's just they don't have like very good flying controls because definitely experienced it as well with the Lightning Boy. Atticus, is that his name? He
Yes.
throws the litany
Yes.
rods. Because when he hits his shots, dude, it feels great. And you can absolutely do that. But if you're not at the right elevation, you're like, oh, I gotta go down. Good luck
Yeah.
not being
Yeah.
shot. Good luck not dying right then and there. Uh, but the bird, like just going left, right, but it's awful. Feels like I'm controlling like a flying sim from the Nintendo 64. And on top of that, um, she doesn't crouch. It's supposed to obviously work kind of like Junkrat's Riptire in terms of like she's remote controlling something from a distance and whatnot. Right now, a lot of the time, she's going to be running in place. It's already kind of a detriment to her
Yeah.
ability if she's
Weird.
moving. Like you should hide her. That is absolutely on the player, but it is going to be harder to hide somebody who's constantly moving rather than her just crouching, which she does sometimes. And I say that because I've seen her do it once in the time I've played her, and she's my main. Um, but yeah, it's just a little rough. If we could, the flying controls are a big part of point of contention for me. But Ernest, your main girl is what's her name? Do you remember her name? I want to say it's
Um, uh,
Scarlet, but I might be making that
Scarlet.
up.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
Scarlet?
Scarlet.
Okay. But you played the summoner yesterday a good bit. Who's going to be
Yeah.
also getting some buffs here with their summons here in the next update that comes out the day of this episode. But what do you have on her and any other characters you play?
So Scarlet is awesome because I love her ult.
Yeah,
It's really good. Like she does her L1, her her tactical ability that like recharges over time and stuff is it's all right. It's all right. It really only works at a distance. You're never really like invisible. You are still like a you can see like a sand outline
right.
of her, and most of the time I'm getting my ass kicked when I'm using that, especially in the middle of a fight.
Right.
It helps to get to a flank once in a while, but most of the time, if I separate myself from my team at all, that everybody's turning and team shooting me. Team shooting is so important in this
It
game.
is. It really is. It
And
feels great when you get it,
and if
when you do it.
if all of them just stop shooting at those other two people real quick and turn to me, like I'm done.
Right.
I am done. So it doesn't work out the majority of the time, but it does also give you a little speed boost, which is pretty nice in
Oh,
some
that's cool. I didn't
situations. It's
realize that.
got me away from a couple of like grenades and stuff like that. Her ultimate though is awesome. If you're getting kills with it, you're gonna take out a whole team.
Yeah.
Um, because you get 6 knives to throw, and if every time that you get a kill with it, it recharges the 6 knives.
Mhm.
And it's not timed. So it's just going to keep going until they either kill you or you run out of knives.
Right.
And that it's so busted. But to even that out, it does take quite a while to charge. So that it feels fair at the very
Mhm.
least. And I've been killed out of it a lot of times. It's not like an
Yeah, they
automatic
can
kill or
absolutely kill you
anything.
from it for
And
sure.
definitely like depending on armor and stuff like that, like the level that they have, it becomes more and more difficult. So in the later rounds, it's not as great, but it's still pretty good.
Nice.
Um, with the summoner though, I did switch over to it just because we kept getting our asses whooped by the summons. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at first we thought it was just terrible. But yeah, even the little guys, like having them out as little sentries, I
I've
believe
been
they're
killed by
boosters.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you're not paying attention to them, especially like you're in the middle of a fight and stuff like that, or they're just like surrounding the bomb or
Yeah.
whatever you're like setting off, it's really difficult to disarm when you have those little guys around just throwing little grenades at you or whatever they are.
Mhm.
But that the ult as
Yeah.
well does some pretty nice damage. It doesn't take you out right away, but it's going to do some damage. And if you have anybody else there shooting at you,
It's
it's
you're done.
you're
Yeah.
probably going to
Yeah.
lose. Yeah. So yeah, I do like I like the different characters, but that's one of the things that I want to see as well. Like right now, it does feel a little bit bare bones
Yeah.
in more than one way. Like because we only have so many characters, which I get it. We're at launch right now,
Yeah.
but right now it's like the 2x KO problem. There's only so many characters to play
Yeah.
with right
I get
now,
that.
you
I
know.
get that.
And I get that there's going to be more added later,
Hmm.
but right now it's only so much that you can do. There's one recon character. I get that we're getting our second one, but like,
There's also one
come
support
on, man.
character.
and one destroyer or whatever
Right,
he's called,
Tiger
right?
Claws. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I'm very ready for this roster to expand, but
Mhm.
like with what we have so far and what we're getting with this new character tomorrow, it does seem promising. Like
Mhm.
they are showing some variety within those classes and stuff like that. So but they went a little hard on Assault. There's like three of those motherfuckers right now.
Yeah,
So
but I think they know their
um
player base because I think they are pretty popular for that very reason.
right, right, right. Yeah. And most people want to do DPS, and that's
Right.
pretty much what they are.
I mean,
So
I was surprised
yeah.
that Justin's maining the support character.
Like we play Overwatch and the DPS queue is always the most backed up.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that.
100%.
So yeah, yeah, everybody wants to be the star. But the um the other thing that I would like to see improved as well, and I'm sorry, I know we're talking about characters right
No,
now,
yeah, you're good.
but just the gun variety as well. I know once again we're at the beginning, and I do have faith that they will add more and things like this. But
Mhm.
right now, there's maybe like two SMGs, there's one sniper,
Right,
there's like marksman type thing. There's two different kind of like automatic weapons, and then that's
right.
pretty much it.
That is pretty
You
much
know,
it. Yeah.
and
And then
with
the one
that I
LMG, but
would love to see, yeah, with that I would love to see some more variety,
yeah.
there's also like a big point of contention within the match that in the later rounds they do these airdrops, and like people will go there and they fight over them, and it's like a big thing, but all you get is like one armor from it and a power, and one person gets a powerful gun, and a lot of the times it doesn't feel worth it until you're getting killed by that big rig, which is
Right.
the name of the gun.
Mhm.
Um, but aside from that, it doesn't feel all that much worth it. So there are
Right.
little things like this I want to see improved. But I'm glad to hear, I did not know that buff was coming for the summoner. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to be back on that because
And it's
I
specifically
know.
the small minions that are getting buffed.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Because like I said, the ultimate is pretty good already, especially
Yeah.
if you're putting them right there, like playing defense,
Hmm.
like for one of the bombs that you're setting. It it's busted.
It is
It's not
busted,
busted,
100%.
but
Well, no,
it's
yeah.
good. It's really good. It makes it very difficult. Angles definitely play a
Yeah.
huge part on there. We keep saying the summoner. Her name is Una.
There you go.
Um, yeah, I just looked it up.
It's all good.
So um, yeah, man. Yeah, I am a fan of the majority of these, though. Like each character does differ from the other pretty well.
Yeah.
Um, like Kai is really cool. I can't stand his ultimate when it's not when it is me. I feel like I'm dying right away, and when it's not me, I feel like it takes them forever to
Right.
die.
Right.
But like, so maybe it's a me problem. But yeah, yeah, it gets pretty difficult to get away from that thing.
Because he just smashes the
And
ground, and even if there's something in the way, like the shock goes through it, and it's like, oh god.
right, right. But that's
Yeah, no.
another one that I love the tactical of. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's a classic one. You see it in
And he
so
makes
many
walls.
different types of hero shooters and stuff. He makes walls. He
Yeah.
makes walls. But that's like an essential thing in
Yeah.
hero shooters. I also love his
100%.
passive that he's just able to recreate walls out of ice. Just you don't need any kind of materials for it or anything like that, which you usually do with other characters. So
Hmm.
him having that passive is like huge,
Yeah,
huge,
no,
especially in
absolutely. And he's a
games
defensive
where
hero,
you
and you see it.
right. Yes, yes, he fits perfectly into that description. And like it is very noticeable, especially in games where you just cannot win the Stormbreaker fight. Like they
Yeah.
are just planting
And we've
on
had
you
a
each
few.
and every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
We've had a lot of games where we just can't get that
We
Stormbreaker,
can't.
man.
We can
I keep
defend,
saying
but
Storm
we can't get
Shield Breaker,
Steelbreaker.
Shield. I
Yeah.
always call it Stormbreaker. There's no storm. There's not a storm.
There's no storm.
Um,
There is a
but
shield, and you need to break it.
right, it is a shield. It needs to be broken for you to get on in there. But for those ones like there's so many times that we go out there and we're just getting whooped over and over again. But then we have the most immaculate defense, so nobody scores points. We stay even, but we
Right.
just cannot win
And
that
that leads to a
fight.
back and forth, and more often than not, when it goes to that, we've lost the end because we never get
Yeah.
the offense down. Yesterday we had a much better day, but on our bad days, that's
Yes. Yes.
essentially how
Yes.
it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. We've
Um,
had some rough ones
Now
too. So
you're talking about Kai's ult. One that I think is kind of underpowered. Um, I don't remember his name. It's the one we were just talking about, the Destroyer, Tiger Claws. He
Redman.
screams Redmayne. There you go, Eddie Redmayne. He's Newt Scamander. Now he's able, so it is good in terms of like breaking into a building because he's able to like break all the walls around him, break the walls
And I
down.
think that's what it's mostly for. But
Right.
you're thinking that she wanted to do damage to somebody,
It
yeah?
does do damage to people. It even says it
Yeah.
in the thing.
But you wanted
It's
to do
just
like more
it doesn't
damage.
need to be much more, but like a little bit more would be neat. Or you know what, leave it as is. Another thing that would make sense: push them back, move them, or like
Hmm.
freeze them. And I think freezing them in place is a little much, but you can literally, we're pushing the walls back. I think like throwing a person near you back as well, instead of increasing the damage, that would be noticeable. Because sometimes it just doesn't feel like anything. Granted, situational, because sometimes you don't. There is no kill cam, so you may not know that you got shot by the rest of the team as you're facing one guy.
Yeah.
Um, so that is another thing because Justin brings it up a lot, and I do think there's just always a benefit to having a kill cam, especially when you're at a point where like you're waiting to respawn anyway. Like
Yeah.
have it in there, man. It's you have the footage. So just let us know. We get a recap of how it was done. Let me see it. Um, just again, some things that I think could be tidied up there. But going back on to some of the things you were saying a bit ago, I agree with you on the gun variety. Um, I do for sure think we're going to be getting more. There's no way they're going to stay at this.
Right.
It is interesting because it does remind me of one of your first criticisms that you had on Valorant was also the gun variety. But as we know, okay, as we assume,
That
I haven't
game's been
played it.
around forever
Right.
though. So,
We haven't looked back in a while, but they obviously had those guns around, and it didn't seem like they were updating. Um, there is a bit of a bare bonesness to it, but at the same time, I do appreciate the variety of at least two SMGs, stuff like that. But I mean, there's one like actual sniper rifle. There are rifles like you, but like I forgot what it's called, but like the main sniper rifle, I think is the only real one that I would use. And obviously you get your different tiers and whatnot, and at that point that's really cool. But again, the gun handling itself is good, and I do feel like you feel the difference when you go from your gray starting weapon up to orange, the legendary. No matter what it be, because we've been taken out by some of those shotguns like crazy.
oh
Dear
yeah.
God.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
Kraken, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you would expect them to know their gunplay, and I do definitely think we see that here. Now, another thing to touch on here is there is a story, there is a narrative. Like right now, it is episode one. The next update's making it episode two. You do get bits of lore being shared between characters about the world. Now, double-edged sword for me right now because it is interesting the first time you hear this. It does make it a difficult if you like if you have your team of mains and you have heard the dialogue, they all have that one. Like they have the
Yeah.
one thing. Like it's something we talked about with Grounded. Like it's how many times are you gonna
Huh.
talk about that ant, man? Like I don't know, dude. I get it. It's right there. Give me a plate of that. We loved Grounded. But it's just that dialogue when you've heard it so many times and like because it starts because I do think the voice acting is good. I don't want to undersell it or anything like that. I'm interested in what's being said. But once you realize, oh, it's the same thing. Like, because I picked the same character and my friend picked the same character that we were the last game, they're going to say the same thing. Uh, and I understand there's only variety, so much variety you can do, but like the word variety have one other line. Granted, we would of course probably still having the same conversation, but now that we have what we have, just anything extra would be neat. Plus, voice actors. Come on now.
And because like that we've played different games that have different ways of like getting the lore, like
Yeah.
even Marvel Rivals, which has we know the lore pretty much if you're a Marvel fan, but they're constantly coming out with those like comics. They're coming out
Mhm.
with comics that you like unlock as you go, where you get more
Yep.
and more lore into
Fits
like
perfectly
this
to the game. Yep.
specific world. Right. Overwatch comes out with its cinematics and things like this. They have a comic book and stuff. Like, and I know that again, this one is just starting off, but it would be cool to have some sort of source of this lore, you know,
Yeah.
like even if it's just written out, like I would be interested at the
Right,
very
because
least. Like I'll at least check
at
it
the
out.
beginning is when you're going to be the most interested in that. Because
Right.
if they
Right.
add something to read like a year in, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You got to give me a little more context than that. But again, I do appreciate what we do get here, and some of the things here. Granted, one chick here is 100% just Moira. Her name is Mora.
She's just an evil scientist. Yeah.
For the most part, yes, and she's our
Yeah.
support character. Yep.
And
Uh,
life and death and the
Right, and she's
balance
dark,
and all
man.
this stuff.
She's
Yeah.
gothic
Yeah.
with it. But again, I respect it, you know. And you don't Moira. You can have more than one Moira in the world. We've as much as I defend Marvel Rivals, they 100% have characters, at least in play style wise, that are just fusions of different Overwatch characters. But no hate to that because you make it work in interesting ways, and that can work in like characterizations as well. But
Mhm.
from what we have right now, we just don't. Moira is Moira.
Right.
So
Right.
we
Yeah.
gotta get more than that. And now that I'm saying it out loud, that name's so close, man. Like, come on now.
It's right there.
It's
It's
right
right
there.
there.
It's
Yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
letters off. But I don't think any character, like from what I've heard narratively, has like turned me away. Like I'm interested in knowing the story of Muscle Mommy Summoner. I'm interested in Kin from
Hell
Street
yeah.
Fighter using fire powers. Like I don't know. Like we're
Oh,
there.
Ken. Yeah. No, I mean that's not his name,
That
but
is not his name.
uh
I can't remember right now because it's
Slade.
Slade. I was
Slade.
gonna say it's something, dude, bro. But yeah, there you go. I say that Slade
It
Wilson is
is. It is.
Deathstroke. But but yeah, no, like they all seem interesting. They do seem tied to their powers and whatnot. And this is a world like where like we talk about having so many games to play, and like as of right now, not necessarily happening, but it's on the horizon, man. You know, like
Oh,
we see the wave a
exactly.
coming, and we even have old games that are like, oh, I'm gonna put my hooks into you. I'm so glad a cinematic came back out of Overwatch. Like it's been so long.
And
No
it's
hate for motion
good.
comics. It is good.
Oh my
It is
goodness, it's
good.
good.
Real quick, because
Yeah.
I gotta ask, you don't think Doomfist is actually dead?
No, no,
Okay.
no, because he just like falls into an
If you
abyss,
don't
and
see the
they,
body,
right,
if you don't see the body after the fact, especially
and
this, because
because
he's still
like
going to be a playable character. So yeah,
he's still in the game, he's still in the game, you
right,
know. So I
right.
mean, and who knows what comes? I mean, maybe he joins Overwatch, something like this crazy happens, you know. But
So
like they
I
have
was
me interested
thinking,
in the narrative again. Like
right,
I'm
right, like
like,
what's going on? And Talon's
yeah,
invading the Overwatch tower. What's going on? Because like with that, I was like, this would have been a really cool thing to guide us into why Doomfist became a tank. Because he was Assault originally. Like
yeah,
then they
yeah,
fundamentally changed his character to make him more of a tank, and like you could have had a lore reason for that. And granted, you can still do something like that because now we have like the subdivisions of like the roles like you were talking about on your video. Again, go check that out, everybody. Um, but yeah, very much looking forward to that. And not making this all about Overwatch, but again, kind of in the same vein. But also, to Highguard's credit, not because though it is a hero shooter, it does share some DNA with what's around it. But again, it has, I think, for the most part, pulled off the one thing that it, I think, has set out to do, and that is be different in like the best possible way. Um, where we go from here, it's not fair to say like actually it is fair to say it's hard. It's going to be hard to stick around. The odds are not great, whether it's this studio, no matter what they've worked on. It doesn't matter. It's difficult. It's tough. But again, we're rooting for it. Because, like I said, we're interested in these characters. Their abilities are cool. Some things could be fine tuned. And God, please do so. Please do so. But
yeah.
we're already getting another
Um,
update. What we can say?
I want to give a shout out though to like the monetization of it. Like
Oh,
there
yeah.
are things that you can purchase, like you
Right.
can get a mount that's not available regularly.
Mhm.
Which I mean, it has no difference on gameplay or anything like that. But like, you know, there's a couple of like skins that you can buy and stuff, but they do set you up to get a lot of stuff for free just
Yep.
by playing.
That's true.
That purple currency that you get gets you like legendary stuff and like badass skins and stuff like that. They
Yep.
also have like a lower tier silver currency, and I appreciate there not being too many types of currency because we've seen that
That's a thing
in
for
plenty of
sure.
games, Overwatch.
And
And
Apex. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, dude, just like so many different types of currency that all go to like a different their own
Like
store
that's
and
a
stuff
mobile
like
game
that.
thing. We don't need to be bringing that to console.
Yeah, two free ones and a paid one.
It's fine.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you.
max.
Let's just keep it
Like
there. Let's
that's already
just
pushing
keep it
it.
there, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's like you said, it's max. It's max.
It's
Let's
max.
fucking keep
It's
it right
max.
there, dude. Let's but like I appreciate that thing. They have like the whole I always attribute it to, I'm sure other games have done this before, but I always think of Helldivers,
Mhm.
where you're getting that like free currency and you like
Right.
buy so many things from one page, it unlocks the
Then you
next
unlock the
page
next
for
page.
you, and
Yep.
you get so many things from there, and you're just progressing it by playing the game.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that so much in a world where they try to monetize
Everything.
everything, everything,
Everything.
everything. We have our CODs, we have our Fortnites out there, stuff
Yep.
like that. Like, if I download Fortnite right now, I have one skin and it is the default one. And I know
Same.
motherfuckers are gonna talk shit, but you
Same.
kiss my ass.
But I have a Robin glider from the Batman event. What's up? What's
Oh
up?
yeah, anything I have was like stuff that they gave for free.
Right.
Like that's
100%.
and it was
100%.
like years ago too.
Yeah.
But like yeah, man, yeah, like I appreciate just having this, their
Yeah.
season pass or whatever it is. You just play the game and you get the stuff. And I love that.
100%.
I love
And
that.
I will say to that, because I'm on page 4. I'm on the last page of it. And
Yeah.
that
You got your bear armor.
I
Yeah.
got my bear armor. And I do wonder, is it an armor that just goes on whatever amount you have?
Oh,
Because I bet it
you
does.
haven't tried it out yet.
Well, no, yeah, because why would I do the Panther?
Only because you can't. Only because
Only
Justin was
Justin can
there.
have the Panther. But yeah, no, I assume it is something that you can just put on all of them, but maybe I'm wrong. But the other thing I wanted to point out with that is, granted, again, I was talking to just Ernest, not your Ernest, about this before we got on the air. Is this should be the lowest point of the game if all things go accordingly? RVD Rob Van Dam. Um, it should just go up from here. Like
Right.
even your low points, like you can just have a lull. Like what you want to do is just even out on your worst day. You don't want to dip. You don't want to go down. Um, so this should be like the worst battle pass. And I do hope it is. Because the way you earn it, the way it works, I think all that is great. And for the most part, what's in there, it's a themed thing. They all fit a theme. That's cool. I do think some of these armors look pretty awesome. Like I think Atticus, dude, he looks
Oh yeah.
legendary.
It completely changes his whole, like,
Right.
his voice matches him more when he's in that armor.
Right. That
You
is
know
a
what I mean?
deep ass
Yeah.
voice for that man.
Yo, he sounds like
Crazy.
Doug. Yeah, sounds like Doug Day.
Doug, if he was a
If you want
god.
IMDb, look him up.
IMDb. IMDb.
Yeah.
But my one thing is I do hope either no, actually there's no other way around it. I just hope it becomes more than 4 pages. Because like we've played for a week. If I'm already on the last page, granted I haven't seen anything on when the next battle pass is set to come out, but you're gonna want people to stay in there.
And maybe it is this episode too. I know they
Oh,
didn't
maybe
announce
so.
that
Maybe
there's
so.
something new coming out, but
Yeah.
with it being a new episode or whatever,
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe
that's it.
so.
Maybe it's two, because it's been out 2 weeks, right? So
Something
maybe
like
it's a
that.
2 week
Something like
thing.
that.
That
Yeah,
feels
yeah, yeah.
so fast for an episode or whatever.
And
But
that's the
like,
thing. Granted, it shouldn't be. It's like you should move on from your start when you can. Like obviously, we went a while on Overwatch before we got comp there,
yeah,
um, and then it just evolved from that point. But I mean, Apex same thing. Did not launch with comp. We got comp later. Obviously, you do that so you can figure out what the balance needs to be for those competitive modes. And competitive for this game will be 3v3. It's not going to be 5v5. So
thank
I
goodness.
mean, we're practicing for the big leagues right there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it does look like if you haven't noticed, we're pretty looking forward to the new Overwatch stuff.
pretty hype
So
about
we're probably going to be
it.
on that. But we're not done with this game. We're definitely going to hop back on it after this point. Um, it's just, yeah, Overwatch is calling our name. I now realize that with Overwatch making the number change, the number of things that they're putting into there, and the fact that we've never had a full episode about it, this might be the year we actually do a review of Overwatch.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
and along
Yeah,
with
we
that,
weren't
later
doing
in the
this
year, we
back
can
in
do it for Highguard.
2016.
Right, right.
I was still in
Um,
hell,
Justin wasn't even born yet. Um,
Chicago.
how dare you? How dare you?
It was the
Um,
worst.
is it Windy City or the city that never sleeps?
That's the Windy City.
Okay, there we go.
I
Uh,
believe New York is the city that never
no,
sleeps, or
that's the
Las
Big
Vegas.
Apple.
One of
That's the
those,
Big
maybe
Apple.
both.
You fool.
My
Now,
bad.
But like just like I was saying with Overwatch, very much might be a thing we're gonna do with Highguard later this year because this one we're keeping our eyes on. Even if I was a little more negative on it when the first thing was shown, I do think like with this being different, and it did show itself differently in terms of like what we were able to see in the trailer. It's hard to sell different in terms of first person shooters. Even more so when you have your different heroes and whatnot. Because the second, and this is just the problem with internet culture right now, the second somebody just says the words hero shooter, it doesn't matter what their intent is. It's going to run rampant like
Concord,
wildfire.
Concord.
Right. Concord
Yeah,
gets thrown
dude,
out
yeah.
there like crazy, man. Obviously,
I still say that game wasn't bad.
it wasn't. It
Yeah.
just was. I would say Concord was less than High Guard. Do you agree with that or no?
It was more similar to a lot of games that we have then. Like
Right.
they weren't really doing anything new. It was just like a new brand of the thing that we already had, you know?
Right.
So I do think they did it well. I think they had like good
Yeah, there was
characters. They
it's a
had
it
cool
was a
maps
quality
and stuff like
product,
that.
and I watched the
But
cinematics that we got, and of course we saw the
yeah,
secret level
they were
episode.
really well done. They were
Yeah,
really well
and
done.
so like
But
because they were doing something that we were upset Overwatch wasn't doing anymore,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
cinematics. It's
yeah.
just the fact that like it's hard to buy into it with $40 into this world.
They were
And
coming
my
out with
biggest
one
thing
a
for
week
that,
too. That was a
right?
lot.
How were you got to have ults? That's such. I've never thought about a world where these games don't have that. Now, if you don't have an ult, I'm not going to play it. Like, if I don't
That's
feel
like
like I'm working up to something like a special thing that only I can do to throw at the enemy, that takes out such a significant part of the game for me. Like
that's a hell of a line to draw.
I'm
I
just
never thought about
saying,
that.
I never did
I'm just saying I
either
never thought
until
about it.
they
Yeah, yeah.
didn't give me one. Because I do think the gameplay was fun. Like I remember, like the main guy who everyone was referring to as the Peter Quill, the green guy with the revolver and whatnot.
Hmm.
Like I think we were playing for like a day, 2 days into that beta that I was just like, oh, bro, we don't have ults. And at that point, it just becomes this existential thing of just like, so the only goal is the end of the match. Well,
That's the only goal. You
that's
don't
the
have your
only
mini
goal.
goals of like achieving that ult and then using it,
Dude,
like
because
charging it
you
up.
know those moments. You know your Diva Bomb
Oh yeah,
moments. When you see that,
man.
dude, he wiped out a squad. Like, in theory, yes, that would theoretically be more impressive without an ult. But also, it's not going to happen as much because you don't have an ult. But, like, you work towards your ult, you have your ultimate move. It's the closest you get in these games to, like, oh, bro, I'm Goku going Super Saiyan right now, and I'm going to unleash on everybody. And then you also have the funny moments of, like, I whiffed it.
Oh yeah, dude.
My
Oh
Diva
man, it
Bomb
just gets
went
like
that
stuck on a
way.
wall and
Right,
just
yeah,
like you're
like
trying
it's
to shoot
like,
it over and
oh
it just like
man.
gets stuck at the top and lands right in front of you. Oh, it's the
And that
worst.
adds to the
Worst.
stories, and it's just a whole
Yeah,
thing. But yeah, didn't mean to bring up too much Concord here, but respect to those devs and what they did work on with that. It's just obviously
yeah.
that was started at a time where it would have been relevant, and then a decade went by and it came out when it wasn't relevant anymore. Times they are changing, but High Guard very new. Um, very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to where we're going to get with this in the future because this is 100% going to be something that like I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like 6 months from now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and like I was talking to Ernest here before we started recording, like we can do a re-review of this, compare our scores, see where they've gone with that. Again, we're rooting for these games, but it's very hard. It's very hard to stay alive in this market. Game industry in general, no matter what you're making, hard. The free-to-play hero shooter market next to impossible. I don't. I mean, I hate to say it, but again, I mean, a solid start for the most part. Ernest with the 7, me with the 7.5. Like, it's good. It's worth playing. We recommend like, with anything, dude. If it's free, just check it out, man. Like, if you think at all, like, if you care enough to be somebody who's like going to yell about it online, then you care enough to give it a shot. Like, you just give it a moment, give it a night.
Especially when it's free.
Right.
Especially when
A
it's
hundred
free, dude.
percent.
Yeah.
100%. Like
Yeah.
we obviously me and Ernest, not knowingly, but like we ended up falling in love with Arc Raiders. That ended up becoming very much a bread and butter situation for us. We got Justin in on that. Well, technically we didn't. Somebody bought that for him. But um And it ended up being this awesome thing. And now we're kind of looking forward to Marathon and what that's going to look like. They're going to have a free
Right.
weekend, and we're 100% hopping in on that because I'm not willing to just drop $40 on them yet.
Yeah, we're gonna
Um,
see.
we're gonna see, but I'm looking forward to it. I want to see again. We're rooting for these games. It's just this market's so tough. But Highguard so far, I wouldn't say again. It obviously hasn't like exceeded expectations, but in a world where hero shooters, it's hard to meet an expectation. They met it, and there are
Yeah.
some surprises in there, and there are obviously kinks to work out and stuff like that. Like Sabrina Carpenter says in the Muppets episode, "Love a good kink." Um,
And Kermit just like pauses too,
I,
like he like
uh, dude, it did my heart so much good when he was like, Sabrina Carpenter! He's just flailing around. I was like, that's gold. That is money right there. But Ernest, give me some final thoughts on Highguard before we hop out of here.
yeah, man. I really just feel like High Guard. I really feel like, nah, man. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm very much looking forward to where this is going to go, like you were saying. But I do want to see those improvements. I do want to see them continue to add.
Yeah.
I would love to see, in the future, like new game modes and stuff like that. Because we're just getting into comp. We
Yeah.
have like our one game mode, and we're about to have comp. I'm wondering if there is going to be any sort of difference or if it's just you earning points,
Hmm.
because sometimes comp we're bringing up Overwatch a lot, but it is a hero shooter. You both have a chance to attack. Maybe there is going to be like more health or something like this. Who knows what's going to happen with comp? Maybe there's going to be different things, and it is going to like change up strats in the game as a whole.
So I will
But
say,
that
because it's
is
pretty detailed in the patch notes, and it does go into like you're going to get your benefits a lot from like your perfect defense, your perfect offense. That's going to impact like how much of a game you get from winning, how much you lose when you lose, stuff like that. But yeah,
gotcha.
go look at the patch notes. It's pretty much there. It's going to be the same game mode that we're used to. It's just obviously
Yeah.
things are going to matter more in terms of
Okay.
like you do have your three tiers. I
Is
want
that
to
like
say
kills and stuff too?
that I did not. I might have glimpsed over that. I don't remember seeing anything about kills, but it does seem
Okay.
like it's very performance based for sure.
Okay. Got it. So yeah, man. I'm interested in that. Comp is going to add like a whole new level to it
Yeah,
right
always
away.
does. Always does.
But yeah, new game modes, new guns, new characters, which obviously is a thing already.
Hmm.
I appreciate like them giving new maps and things like this. And even like your new bases that you have as well,
Hmm.
because those different bases definitely make a difference. I have like my least favorite one, I have my favorite one,
He
I
has
have
one
ones
he
in
does not
between.
like.
No, yeah, that one where the heart is like right in
Right
the
at the front.
front,
Yeah.
like right in the front. It's terrible. Like that map.
We're moving from the
But
game.
yeah, I'm so interested to see where this is gonna go. I wish them the best of luck for my own sake, so that I can come back and play this game.
Yeah,
I love a good game, man. I love
for
a
sure.
good game, and the only way that we continue to get good games is if we support these, right? So
100%.
yeah.
100%. They are going to be releasing a new mount, a wolf, of course, to go with the new character. So I'm excited about that because I do like, I get it. It's a squad of three, but I want variety for those, you know. And
Yeah.
the Griffin looks cool. Granted, I immediately knew I wasn't going to pick it because I like a bear more than that. Not realizing that you have to pay for the Griffin. But I'm really glad that the wolf is going to be free because hell yeah, man, hell yeah. I just want a big old
What's a
dog.
horse? It's
Yeah.
so
No
basic.
hate to actual horses, you know, because we're Uma fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just when you do have the other options and the fact that there's no stat difference. I don't think there should be a stat difference either.
Right.
But like you have your bear, you have your wolf, you have your griffin. Griffin should fly. That's busted. I'm just saying lore wise, you know what I
But
mean?
it makes sense. It
Like a
makes
little bit
sense.
of a glide,
Yeah.
you know. Um, the other thing I will say is it's like a manipulation because you're right. It feels great when you're running on your mount. You jump onto the zip line. You jump off of the zip line onto back to your mount. But there are moments where, dude, like you feel like you're doing a cool trick, and like you feel like you're just sliding off of your mount, like from this big jump, not remembering that there's fall damage. And immediately your shields and
I
life are
messed
down to
myself up a
one.
few times.
And it's just
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
I felt like I was in a moment there. But now here I am with two
Just
broken
aura,
legs.
aura, aura.
Yep.
Boom. Fuck
Ooh.
it. Yeah,
And if
yeah, yeah.
anybody, like, luckily I haven't been like, no, like, because at that point I'm one tap away from dying. Like, it has not happened when an enemy was there. But I'm like, oh, be careful. Be careful. But I'm right there with you. Again, rooting for the game. There's so much promise here. Uh, and like I only touched on it at the beginning to say, like, even bring it up here at the end. The Jeff situation, he saw a game that he thought deserved some praise, and I think we can both agree that it absolutely does. We
Yeah.
just don't know. Hype cycles are weird. You really don't know. We're big wrestling fans. Like, some things just don't get over. Some things get over better when it is a surprise, stuff like that. No, neither me or Ernest were very high on Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, but I think we're both doing a pretty good after that incredible promo with him and Punk. Because oh
Yeah,
man,
dude. Yeah. And that's the thing,
yes,
is like these things are recoverable, you know?
right. It's all about how you
And
implement
even
them.
if it did have an effect, which like honestly it shouldn't have. Honestly, like it shouldn't fucking matter that they introduced it at the Game Awards or
Right?
that it
No,
shadow dropped or
no, no,
anything. It
no. Yeah,
shouldn't have an effect. But it did. But it did. And we
it
have to
did.
be real about that,
You have
right?
to acknowledge it.
And like because people decided to hate it before it came out. That's the whole thing.
And
And
that is the unfortunate thing. That is the Concord
yeah,
of it all. Not saying it's Concord's fault. It's just that is
right.
the prime example of, like, dude, like, Concord is the J Uso of games. Like, the people, you hop in there. The people that were in there were having a good time. Everyone online around that game saw the people having fun with it. I hate you. I hate you so
Yeah.
much. Why
Yeah.
is he
Well, you
eating?
just like bad games. They just like bad games. They just like it because there's a gay character or whatever.
And it's just like,
Like,
shut
fucking,
up. And at that point where you're
yeah,
bringing
dude.
up that stuff, it's ridiculous. It's
Oh,
absolutely
to the
ridiculous.
guy that made a post on X that said, I would have hopped back on Overwatch if they didn't make all their female characters look the same. You're the
What the
worst kind of
hell?
person.
How does May look like Mercy? That's
I
insane.
don't know.
I
I don't know.
immediately thought that's
I think they're talking
impossible.
about what's Wulong's sister, or what's his name?
I don't know. Oh, the
The
water
newest
healer.
healer, his
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sister. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Him
So
and his
people are
sister
like,
should look
oh,
similar.
like she looks just like Juno, blah blah blah, like all this stuff. But
Oh no, two Asian characters. That's
yeah,
crazy.
the people are
I
stupid,
just,
man.
like, I don't
People
know,
are stupid.
man. Just leave it alone. Like, it's so
Fucking
weird.
gooners.
Certain characters can look similar to each other. Some don't. Like, if you put me next to Moby,
Right. Like me and Chris look alike.
100%.
Everybody knows it. Yeah,
As they say, we're twinning.
just the beard.
And
Nice.
the long, luscious locks. But Highguard, again, strongly recommend. Again, it's free. Granted, obviously, time is a valuable commodity. God damn it, Ernest. If you're gonna act like a horse, ride one. Um, oh my God, beautiful, beautiful. That's somebody's kink out there, and they just got what they wanted. Uh,
You're welcome.
we're putting it behind a paywall. I'm just
I
kidding,
love
but yeah.
kinks.
But we're looking forward to where this goes in the future. We're very much, like, enjoying this. Granted, we are going to be on Overwatch here, like, in a week, because all that stuff just seems really exciting. But Highguard is like, not lesser for it. Because again, we've been on this a week. We've experienced a good bit of it, and we're rooting for it and seeing what it has to offer for us. But we will be back next week covering an adaptation. We're going to be reviewing Fallout Season 2 in its completion. It will be spoilers because it'll be a week removed. It's already, the finale's out. I have not seen it yet. I know Ernest has not either. Um, and yeah, we're going to see where it goes. As of right now, it's not greenlit for Season 3. So we're going to see. We're going to see what's happening there. But yeah, anyway, Ernest, for following us on the reviews and everything else, where can the people find us?
So if you'd like to keep the fucking sorry, this one died. I just plugged in this one. So if you'd like to stay up to date with the show, you can find us out here on all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Don't do that. And and if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at life is storytelling at gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback. We fucking love you.
We love you so much. And honestly, if you have tried it out, Highguard and you have something to say other than just like I agree with the masses, let us know, man. Like we
Yeah,
want to know. We want to know what we want to know what like actual people think about this because there's just rage bots out there wanting clicks. And we're not
yeah.
like that. You know that. You know that's true because we have the smallest audience in the world. But you know what? We love you all the more. All right. Ernest, thanks for tuning in. Oh, sorry. Ernest, thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Roomies just
I'll
doing
tune in
roomie
later.
things.
Yeah,
Tune in
man.
later. And then everybody else, thanks for tuning in, hanging out, and have a great rest of your week.